so in this one we have the kit details for Super Saiyan 3 Dragon Fist Goku Zenkai. We will go over this, and then once we get Broly's plat details, which I actually don't think will be up until the game actually goes up, because usually it's in-game screenshots so you can actually see it. But Broly is getting his plat, again, probably won't see his details until the game is up, which is going to be about 6 hours, 5 hours-ish from now. So here's Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Let us see his details of what he is working with. So his main ability randomly destroys one of your own cards when it draws ultimate, yada yada yada, health by 30%, key by 50, 30% damage inflicted, 30 timer counts there, card draw speed 20 counts, and I like this a lot, nullifies enemy destroy card effects to self for 5 timer counts. So some units, let's just give an example here of Ulton, right? He cover changes in, he destroys your hand. Like one time he destroys like 3 cards, I think it is. Well, Dragon Fist on main can't have that happen, meaning your ultimate will not be destroyed, which is a phenomenal thing. I can't point this out more. It is phenomenal that his ultimate will not be destroyed, because that could happen right now. Well, now it can't on Zenkai. Then, fall effects occur upon activation of said ultimate, if unique gauge is full. Restores own advanced gauge 100%, cancel an attribute downgrades on all conditions, and reduce any advanced gauge to 0%. Requirement, 25 counts, and plasma effect self when battle starts, 9% damage inflicted. Ooh, he got modern damage reduction. Okay, 70% damage reduction, 30% key recovery, card draw speed, which he actually really wanted card draw speed because it's how he ramps up better, right? It's only, I think it's 6 cards for his ramp up for his gauge. It's not a lot. Card draw speed obviously amplifies that. -5 to strike arts cost. If you don't know, his plats already gives him -10 to blast arts cost. So that means his strike is going to be 14 or 13. I think with Zenkai it's going to be 13. And his blast is going to be 18, so it's very cheap cost there. And plasma effect self when enters battlefield, draw strike arts card next. Very good. He wanted a card on entry. There's a little bit of things he needed and wanted. Card on entry, and cannot have his ultimate destroyed. He already has 2 of those things. Fantastic. It's key on 30%, or rather 30 key there on entry. 30% inflicted cannot be stacked. And he has cover null. Did they increase it? I believe it was 2 times for 10 counts, and now it's 3 times. If it was already 3 times, I mean, it's still good anyways. Then he also goes defense neutral 3 times every singular time. So every time you proc the cover null, he would also go defense neutral. I guess if you want to swap him in to take some hits so he doesn't, have everybody else around him having to take hits, that is going to give him some defensive-ness, right? Then charge their unique gauge by 100% when this character uses strike or blast. If there are 2 defeated battle members, activates once. That already existed. His second unique, he has strike cover, comes into a blue card. Plasma effect self, every time this character uses strike or blast starts card. Restores health by 3%. Restores key by 5. 10% damage inflicted, 10 timer counts there. 5% to ult damage inflicted, cannot be cancelled. Activates 6 times. I don't think anything changed on that. I'm pretty sure nothing changed on the second unique, from what I can tell. Then, so far at least. Charges own unique gauge every time this character uses strike or blast starts card while on the battlefield. Plasma effect self once unique gauge is full. Activates once. Stores health by 20%, 50% damage inflicted. Enhances blue card, green card, ultimate, and main ability there. Nothing so far changed on the other aspects, but that first thing, we saw the entry, we saw the main. These are good changes we already like to see. The biggest change I would like to see is, honestly, that defense neutral is pretty strong. I won't lie, that is actually pretty strong. 70% damage reduction I did not expect as well. So actually, I'm not even sure what we need to see changed here. But the new uniques, let's see them. One fist to win it all. That sounds crazy. Plasma effects to enemy when this character lands a strike or blast starts hit. Deals 1 enemy card slot randomly up to 1 slot simultaneously. So if it's 1 slot that's already sealed, he'll keep resealing that same slot, not just random slots throughout, right? Sealed card cannot be used for 10 timer counts, and he is debuffing them 5 timer counts every time he lands a strike or blast, which is kind of... Kid Buu does it passively every, is it every 3 counts? Every 4 counts he's in the match. He debuffs them. Dragon Fist is just hit them, debuff, hit them, debuff. And a lot of units are not immune to debuffs, so the debuffs actually will be pretty strong, especially with the cover null, especially with his damage, especially with the entry key, especially with the strike guard. Like, especially with the lock in blue card, like he's debuffing them into a lock in blue. That shit's gonna hurt, right? Then, plasma effect self when enemy performs a cover change while this character is on the battlefield. So they cover change out, he gets key by 30, and some damage inflicted there for 20 timer counts. Then, his last unique, the strength to avert crisis. Full effects occur when changing cover. So when he covers in, he restores his own health. He has so much health to store, holy shit. He has health to store on gauge, he has health to store on main, he has health to store per card. Jeez, that's a lot of health to store. And here as well, so that's 4 different ways he heals. 10% activates 3 times when he covers in. He only shows 1 enemy card, he only shows 1 enemy card again, so he destroys 2 cards the first time, and 1 card every single time after. And debuffs them with card draw speed debuff for 5 timer counts there. And applies following effects to self when this character enters the battlefield according to the number of defeated members. So if there's 1 battle member defeated, he gets health back again, 10%. And if there's 2 defeated battle members, he gets cover null every singular entry on that entry, because he would not be able to enter again. But if there is 2 defeated battle members, he does gain cover null 10 counts again. So technically he has 4 4 covers of cover null entry, 40 counts total in ideal situation. Mostly it's going to be, obviously, the 3, right? 3 for 30. Perfect is 4 for 40, which most likely won't happen, though. Blue card is, again, going to give you some blue card damage inflicted there. Cancel entry downgrades or no conditions on hit. Fantastic. And then it is going to already lock in, by the way, as you can see up there, if the age is full, with Blast Armor on it. His green card, draw a strike next. I don't think he drew a card on his green card prior, so that's actually good. Source key by 50, some damage inflicted there. If gauge is full, you have 1 more card drawn and you heal on it. And then he Zenkai buffs green movies. Good, because green movies has had a lacter of Zenkai buffs for a hot minute. Not to say they don't have a Zenkai buffer, they don't have anyone that's offense. Like, literally, it is Spirit Palm Zord Goku, DBZ Broly. I'm sure there's more. I can't think of the others. I guess you could put OG3 in that boat. He's green Saiyan. There's a lot of Saiyans. Just leaves things could happen there. But movies needed offense, the ability, Zenkai buffers. So thank God Dragon Fist is that. But I like what I see. There wasn't much I wanted for him. Again, this guy has a very easy path to being good. Him getting modernized damage cut, I love that. Him getting a lot of healing, I love that. A lot of units sustain very well right now. They don't necessarily tank. Consider Ulton in that boat. Consider SV. Consider G4. Consider a lot of these units. They do not tank. They sustain. This guy, 10%. I read 10%. I read 10%. I read 20%. I read 20%. I read 3%. There's a lot of healing going on in this guy's kit. Again, it might seem that it's a little bit underwhelming in what he got, but be honest, he doesn't need much. He doesn't at all. Him even getting an entry strike and card draw is kind of impressive to me. Like, I thought they would kind of hold back on that, and they didn't. So I'm happy with what I see. I think this guy has very good potential. Again, I would be shocked if he weren't a top 10 unit just off the fucking bit. Like, I would be amidst to say that he's not top 10. I hope he receives top 10 usage and, gets shown off like he is top 10. I hope. I'm not completely sure. Again, there would be much more concrete if things were added a little bit more, but I don't think they needed much more to add to him. Like, I'm content with what I see here. Am I ecstatic? No, but I'm content. And that's good enough. CMZ kind of gave me the same feeling, and CMZ, what he reached, number 6, number 5, it looked really strong for him. But I like what I see here. What do I think of Dragon Fist Goku? I'll see you guys in the next one for, well, his showcase on Zenkai.